against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second down, here's Newton. And right away, he lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit. For someone who piled up the yardage that Jay Ajayi did in 2016, I think it was a strange type of a year. How many runners do you know that will end the season with more 200-yard games on the ground than 100-yard games and end up over 1,000?
Very, very strange. 3 200-yard games, just 1 100-yard game. All in all, though, how do you see a season? A rough start, but looked pretty good in the end.
Rough start, but a really good offensive line that continues to grow. I think the future is really bright for Jay Ajayi and the Dolphins next season. And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved and forced a 4th down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's Newton now on second down. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there. Newton again. 57 yards. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Newton to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to, and this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And let's run through. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. Second and 10, Newton again. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Newton throwing again. Being chased out left. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown.
Too much D for you, boy.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it'll bring up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He may try and run for this. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. Steps away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bakari Rambo. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. The tight end Olsen in motion. They'll run the option left. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third and long, it's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. CD, you wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects come coming together to get their physicals. And
looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Onto the field, here come the Panthers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw, Newton. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
He's going to let it go again, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, this from 53. And Dixon over the middle. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And caught by Cameron right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Second and 10, Newton again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the inlet,
All right, I will.
I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton steps away to his left. And he fends him off. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, now loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They run again with a jive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game, a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realize he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space.
Oh my God.
There was 0 space, no gain.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards, 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But we're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's got time. Caught on the inside by Ginn. First half in, and Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're...
Devontae Parker, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that.
Tannehill looking to throw. And that is going to be caught. so they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot with the team. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked out by the linebacker, Kawamisi. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Tannehill, and it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Drake. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This is where you're probably winning. In the game, but if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Newton on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And throw right side complete to Parker. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tannehill on third down. And Stills over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They snap it to Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
Third and long, it's Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position, and sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll send Ginn in motion left. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.